Jay-Z is not just a name, it's a lifestyle. A billionaire, a rapper, a mogul, the ultimate success story. Someone we're all supposed to admire. But should we?
Me back to that McDonald's, took it to my stash spot, 560 State Street.
From explosive cheating scandals to shocking allegations involving minors, his controversies have sparked endless debates. These are the scandals that have made the rap mogul unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. Shocking, disturbing, and yet impossible to ignore. Are they the truth or just too wild to believe? Jay-Z, a name that screams success, power, and pure hustle. Hit after hit, a billion-dollar portfolio, and rubbing shoulders with legends like Diddy, Jay was living the dream life. The private jets, the exclusive parties, the red carpets, he has it all. And to top it all, he met Beyoncé, the queen herself. Together, they became the power couple everyone was obsessed with, the king and queen of the music world, serving us major goals on every level. People be looking up to them, but one small detail they always miss out. If you know, you know. Their love story. A little out of the ordinary. You'll be like, oh, every love story has a little bit of twist in it, but hear me out. You really don't want this one. So Jay-Z met Beyoncé 10 years ago. That'd be 1997. Beyoncé? She was just 18 when they first crossed paths, and they didn't start dating until she was 19. Then came her Crazy in Love solo debut in 2003, featuring none other than Jay himself. That was the moment. A certified anthem, and suddenly the world couldn't get enough of them. Fast forward to 2008, and the two tied the knot in the most Jay and Bey way possible. Secretly, at Jay-Z's 13,500 square foot penthouse in New York. They tattooed matching Roman numeral 4s on their ring fingers instead. Beyoncé once said, "There was no rush. No one expected me to run off and get married." She had rules. No walking down the aisle before 25. But here's the thing. Their love story hasn't been all roses and sunshine. What happened, you ask? Let's just say things were about to get real messy. And trust me, you won't believe just how bad it got. Things really hit the fan after the 2014 Met Gala. It was the night when Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and her sister Solange ended up making headlines. But not on the red carpet. That infamous elevator footage got leaked, showing Solange throwing punches and kicks at Jay-Z, while Beyoncé just stood there. The motive behind the fight was never officially disclosed, but fans didn't need a statement to put two and two together. The internet exploded with rumors that Jay-Z had been unfaithful, and Solange was not here for it. Now, of course, the three of them later released a joint statement saying, "There has been a great deal of speculation about what triggered the unfortunate incident. But the most important thing is that our family has worked through it." They painted a picture of unity, saying they'd both taken responsibility and apologized to each other, and they were immovable about squashing any rumors that Solange was intoxicated or acting out that night. Classic PR cleanup, right? Families have problems, and we're no different, they said. Oh, and Beyoncé didn't just let it slide quietly either. She casually addressed the chaos in her song, Flawless, with the iconic line, "Of course, sometimes shit goes down. When it's $1 billion on an elevator, was it shade? A subtle acknowledgement? Or just Bey being Bey?" Whatever the case, the whole elevator incident became one of pop culture's most infamous moments. But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Things were about to get even more complicated. During the On the Run tour, everything messed up. Behind the scenes, rumors were flying that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were on the verge of splitting. Whispers of infidelity had the media in overdrive. They are trying to figure out a way to split without divorcing, people said. Why? Well, the tour was raking in millions and they'd already pocketed most of the money. But it wasn't just about business. A source spilled that they thought having a kid would rekindle the spark. Then came 2016. Beyoncé dropped Lemonade. The entire album was like a lyrical therapy session, airing all the dirty laundry. Remember Sorry? That Becky with the good hairline had the internet spiraling. Fans were desperate to figure out who Becky was. Rachel Roy's name came up after her shady Instagram post, "Good hair don't care," with a lighting filter. And let's not forget Rita Ora. Her name got dragged into the drama too, but she shut it down, denying any involvement. Still, the damage was done. The speculation was wild. Jay-Z didn't exactly help himself either. In his 444 album, he basically confessed to cheating. Lines like, "I apologize to all the women whom I toyed with your emotions, 'cause I was emotionless," made it clear. Then, in a New York Times Magazine interview, Jay-Z admitted to shutting down emotionally and how that led to infidelity. He called their music a therapy session, saying, saying lemonade came out of that healing process. But here's the thing. Just when we thought the dust had settled, the Diddy arrest dropped a bombshell. And let's just say, the public started giving Jay-Z some serious side-eye, because something even darker came up, something no one saw coming. People now started to count the red flags that they should have counted before. Jay-Z's relationship timeline with Beyoncé has always been a bit dicey. He started dating her when she was super young, which, let's be real, raised all kinds of red flags. And then, pile on the cheating scandals and infidelity rumors, it was already a circus. But now, after Diddy's arrest, things have taken a whole new twist, and Jay-Z's name is suddenly being dragged into some seriously dark allegations. Here's what the allegations say. Over the weekend, Jay-Z was accused in a lawsuit of assaulting a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. Yes, you heard that right. A 13-year-old girl. And allegedly, Sean Diddy Combs was also involved. The accuser, who's staying anonymous and is being called Jane Doe, claimed this all went down after she was taken to an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. She said she was driven from Rochester, New York, all the way to NYC for the VMAs. After the show, Combs' limo driver apparently offered her a ride to an after-party. Sounds sketchy already. A perfect fit, he said. At the party, she says she interacted with musicians, including Benji Madden. But here's where it gets weird. Madden's reps were quick to clap back, saying he was on tour in the Midwest at the time. So that part doesn't add up. But then the lawsuit gets updated, and this time Jay-Z's name gets thrown into the mix. She's now accusing him of being part of the assault. Jay-Z isn't staying quiet on this one. His lawyer, Alex Spiro, has already called the allegations false and is demanding the case be thrown out. Spiro didn't hold back either, saying, "It's shocking a lawyer would file something so serious without proper vetting." Jay-Z himself even issued a statement calling the claims false and adding, "True justice is coming." And let's not ignore his jab at the accuser's lawyer, calling him a 1-800 lawyer. Now here's where it gets really disturbing. Jane Doe alleges that on the way to the after-party, she was asked to sign an NDA and was given a drink that made her feel woozy. She says she went to a bedroom to lie down, and that's when things took a turn for the worse. According to her, Combs, Jay-Z, and another unnamed celebrity entered the room and assaulted her. She managed to escape, fled to a nearby gas station, and called for help. And now, the internet is in full chaos mode. People are split down the middle. Some are saying it's all a setup, while others think the red flags are just way too many to ignore. Plus, Jay-Z's connection to Diddy? That alone is making people side-eye this whole situation even harder. These claims already made headlines, making it all worse than the last one. And things just keep getting messier from here. Let's rewind to the infamous Lance Rivera stabbing in 1999. Here's what happened. So there was this Q-Tip album release party. People vibing hard, and obviously chaos. Jay-Z's upcoming album, Volume 3, The Life and Times of S. Carter, had been bootlegged, and rumors were swirling that Rivera was behind it. The night took a bad turn when Rivera was stabbed, and multiple witnesses pointed the finger at Jay-Z. But Jay initially pleaded not guilty, but later changed his plea to guilty for misdemeanor assault. In his book Decoded, Jay dropped hints about the incident without fully owning up. He described being blinded by anger, and the next thing he knew, all hell had broken loose. Rivera, however, told a different story in 2023, laughing off the accusations and outright denying that Jay was the one who stabbed him, and Rivera's denial came after years of insisting Jay did it. Baltimore, a witness at the party, recalled Rivera lying on the ground repeatedly saying, "Jay stabbed me." So, was it him or wasn't it? The whole thing feels like a true crime episode that never got solved. Fast forward to now, and things are spiraling even further because of the civil lawsuit filed against Jay-Z and Diddy about the 13-year-old girl assault at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. The lawsuit, originally filed against Diddy alone, was recently amended to include Jay-Z. And just when you think it can't get more surreal, people start connecting the dots back to Jaguar Wright, who's been doing some serious talk about Jay-Z and Diddy for years. And now, her claims are going viral all over again. Wright has been accusing Jay-Z and Beyoncé of some wild stuff, from abusive behavior to allegedly keeping people against their will. In an October interview with Piers Morgan, she even claimed to have multiple victims ready to testify against Jay and Beyoncé. Oh, and she also threw in this chilling nugget about people being drugged and flown unconscious, comparing it to how Aaliyah supposedly got on that plane. At the time, most people dismissed her as a conspiracy theorist, but now, people are revisiting her statements, and the internet is divided. Some are calling her a truth teller, saying she's been right about Jay-Z all along, while others think it's just another baseless rumor spiraling out of control. Jay-Z, for his part, is not holding back. He called the lawsuit a blatant attempt at extortion, blasting the accuser's lawyer, Tony Busby, as a fraud. Jay even dared them to file a criminal complaint instead of a civil one, claiming he was ready to face the truth in a public arena. But here's the thing, his tone is more than just defensive. It's like he's drawing a line in the sand, daring anyone to cross it. And yet, the questions keep piling up. Why did Rivera change his story about the stabbing? Is Jaguar Wright just stirring the pot, or is there something deeper to her claims? What's wild is how this whole situation feels like the past and present colliding most chaotically. Every time Jay-Z tries to move forward, his past seems to come back with a vengeance. But what do you think? Which side of the story do you believe is the actual truth, and what's going to come next?